Hey guys, I guess I'm live. All right, welcome everybody. Our connection is not good. We're going to have connection issues today. So please, I beg you, the recording will be on YouTube, but I know we are going to have connection issues. I am live on YouTube right now. Okay, this didn't really go as I planned, but hey, glad everybody's here. Welcome to Masters in Trading Live. We are live. That's why we're going to have some goofs like this we're having right now. Thank you very much. I'm going to get right into it today. I am live on YouTube. You know, my whole great plan was to be in costume, guys. So this was my costume for today. And I was going to be like, hi, guys. Welcome to Masters in Trading Live. It's Halloween. So that was my grand plan. I don't think it's working as well as I would have liked to. So I'm removing my Benny mask. But that's okay. We are going to go to the screen, and most importantly, we're going to add some value to you guys on this Friday. It's been a really nice week. That's Benny the Bullish Bull. Yes. Yes. All right. So yeah, Benny the Bull. He's the mascot from the Bulls. I was going to dress up today, but my connection is not really great. But we did have another just superior trade in ATEC. We shared this trade. This is an earnings trade. Yeah, it's a bullish mask. That is exactly what it is. So this was an earnings trade, guys. Our earnings trades are just highly reliable trades. We shared this in the middle of the month. Kind of cool. It was pretty inexpensive earnings trade. The full strangle cost $1.55. Call 70 cents, puts 86 cents. Today we took off this trade. ATEC just rallied like crazy. And about 600% on the call side. On the put side, we lost, but for a net, 200%. So this was awesome. Glockenspiel for us all, but this was another one. Hey, this was supposed to be me today. Hey, Benny. This was another one. Obviously, guys, this is all from this morning, 8:37. Here's Brian and Chandra out at $5. Beautiful start to the day. Michael, 537 on the calls, 97 on the puts. And then Ernie here crushed the call side. I'm sure he lost 100% on the put side. But these trades are really great, guys. Our earnings trades are all about consistent. I've been doing it since 2011. But when I started Masters in Trading in 2015, we've been doing the identical earnings trade every single earnings quarter. Okay, it's literally Kim here, 506%. Javier got in for 65 cents or $65 per contract. Those $65 are now worth $479 per contract. So Javier, really great trade. Yeah, these are all in earnings advantage. These are earnings trades, guys. We have an earnings program. It's called Earnings Advantage. We open it up every single quarter, and all our earnings trades are shared in Earnings Advantage. It's rinse and repeat. It is the most sensible way to trade earnings. The feedback that I get with this earnings trades is, why doesn't everybody do that? And I'll tell you, everybody doesn't do that because you need to learn it, right? It's not complicated. It's just you haven't been exposed to it. So great job, guys, locking in. Even Livy got a little trade here. She calls little, but still able to make $1,300 from that trade. So bravo. Okay, so yesterday we talked about the overall market, right? Yesterday we talked about the overall market. And if you go back and listen to yesterday's presentation, between every slide, I put a slide that just said bullish. We are going higher. Why are we going to go higher? Well, yesterday's flush, today's rip. Markets dumped right after the Fed. They tried to rally, but right after the Fed came out, there was also language that nothing is set in stone for December. So that hit the markets. Today, earnings are coming out. The Fed is behind the market. Strong. Volatility equals opportunity right now, the market is unbelievably strong. 1 to 10 of how bullish I am a 10. Right now, I'm a 10. Tech is so strong. NASDAQ versus everything. They are just so much money is going into CapEx for AI spending. Money is flowing into growth and duration. Now that there's QT and there's lowering rates, this is all favoring risk assets. Okay? Tech remains the market's engine. Risk assets are going to be strong. Coins, Bitcoin, quantum, uranium, drones, space communication, all these will remain strong. Fed stop tightening. We have tailwinds, guys. Only thing we really need to be concerned with is any kind of inflation spike. Any kind of inflation spike will take this market down, but for right now, let's look at the overall market. I'm going to look at the Qs because the Qs are the market. The Qs are dominating the market. I'm going to put this out on, I don't know, let's go 10 years. If anybody tells you they're bearish, guys, shake them. This is 10 years. All of a sudden, it's too high. No. It's going to be strong going into the rest of the year. It's probably not going to be a big vol-inducing event going into the rest of the year. Every single pullbacks I am comfortable buying into the end of the year. This is over 10-year period. We are sitting at our highs. The Fed just stopped quantitative tightening, the opposite of quantitative loosening. Quantitative loosening. Okay, so they're not printing money anymore. There's more liquidity in the system, and the Fed is lowering rates. This is really a recipe for a very, very, very strong market. Okay, that all makes sense, guys? I'm going to share a trade of the day today because you guys are awesome. Whenever we get over 150 likes, we get a trade of the day, and we had over 150 likes about an hour after yesterday's presentation. So thank you guys very much. If you're taking advantage of these trades, enjoying them, make sure to give a thumbs up. I'm always going to give a trade of the day when we get those 150 likes. Now, I'm going to take the chat down, and I want to look at the overall market for where we can find opportunity. Now, I've been saying this for a little bit, guys. These solar names are, we want to be long these solar names. NXT, this is something, a name that we shared with you guys last month. Bullish NXT. I really like bullish NXT. Any pullbacks, I'm comfortable buying NXT. JKS, we are long in our divergence community for JKS. Why are we long JKS? Because a deal with China is happening. Things with China are going well. So I think that we want exposure being long some solar. Uranium. Here's a name I've talked about a little bit. And this is, I'm going to share this again for today for you guys who don't have this trade. My favorite long-term hold in uranium is Uranium Royalty Corp. If you don't have exposure in this company, in this royalty company, I like buying the stock. If you do have exposure, we're also in the our all access, we're long the stock. We are also in a covered call in UROY as well. I'll go over that trade with you guys. But the long-term IRA trade, the trade that I like the best to get long uranium right now is UROY. UROY. It's a really good long-term IRA trade as well because it just allows you to stay long yellow cake. Just pulling up UROY right here. A big reason why I like UROY is because the options are expensive. The upside options are expensive. There's unusual options activity out here, and the market is pricing you. Look at this, guys. $5. UROY is trading $5. This is important. If we go $2.50 lower, they're trading for a dime. If you go $2.50 higher, they're trading for 40 cents. They're trading for 400% more on the upside than the downside. The market is pricing UROY to go higher. And if you don't have exposure in this, I would not do the options. I would buy the stock. And I would buy the stock in 2 tranches. Tranches is French for pieces. I don't speak French. I would buy right now, and then I would buy a second tranche if you can, and it dips down at $4. This name is more volatile than you think. It could move, but if I was getting into the trade right now, I would buy it at the market, and then hopefully it traded lower so I could buy more and get my cost basis lower. Okay? That's how I would trade it. And this is a long-term holding in uranium. It's something I've talked about before. But right now, with the other uranium names, like we used to love LEU, we used to love the 4Us, we used to love CCJ, but they are all gone. Bye-bye. What isn't gone yet is uranium and the royalties. Look, 2022. Still under 2022 levels. I don't think LEU is coming back to 2022 levels. I don't think CCJ is coming back to 2022 levels. That's why I love me some UROY right now. That makes sense, guys? All right. You guys are awesome. Bullish the overall market. Bullish UROY. And I'm bullish the Masters in Trading community and all you guys with all the likes. So guys, thank you so much. Ooh, got a question. Only 0.10 if you want to sell a put. James, only 0.10, 10 if you want to sell a put. Talk to me, James. What does that mean? Only 0.0 if you want to sell a put. I always get on here and try to answer all the questions, but some of them I just don't understand. Only 0.1 if you want to sell a put. I don't know. Anybody? Can anybody help me with that one? No? All right, my friends. I always hop off for our all access. Somebody wanted to sell a put. What is? Yeah, I don't understand that. What does that mean? So, if somebody wants to sell a, oh, okay. Oh, so you're James, you are understanding the skew lesson, and you're saying that somebody could do the 2.5s, and you recognize that they're 400% more. Okay? You're never allowed. You are never allowed to sell puts like this in my community. Those trades are against the rules. We don't risk $1,000 to make $10 ever. We don't sell puts just to pick up 10 cents. Never, never. That is illegal in the community. Okay, we buy things for 10 cents whenever we can. We never, ever, ever sell options for 10 cents. Okay? All right, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go for all access. I'll see you guys Monday. Thank you so much.